Welcome back. Fox News heir James Murdoch spent $20 million opposing Donald Trump's 2020 re-election. James and his wife, Catherine, also funneled another $100 million to a political nonprofit that supports left-wing groups. This comes to us from a report from CNBC. Now, when it comes to tax rates, the Soros, Buffett, Bezos, Gates, and Murdoch crowd, well, they do it differently than the rest of us. Between 2007 and 2011, Jeff Bezos paid no income tax. Same for Elon Musk in 2018. And George Soros did not pay income tax for 3 straight years, 2016, 2017, and 2018, because he says he lost all his money, or what he would have been taxed on, in investments. Now, the 400 richest Americans have a lower tax rate than nearly half of America, which is why you hear calls for taxing the rich. But would that actually work, I should say? Let's welcome in now Heather Zumaragga, president of Zuma Global. She's also the author of A Man's Guide to Corporate Culture. Seth Denson's back with us as well. His book is called The Cure, a blueprint for solving America's healthcare crisis. All right, guys, taxing the rich. I mean, when you hear that George Soros paid 0 taxes because he says he lost all his money on investments between 2016 and 2017, you know, you can kind of maybe think about wanting to tax the rich, Heather, but it's always a fool's errand, isn't it?
Yeah, well, look, if George Soros wants to pay more in taxes, by the way, if he's criticized the code, as I know Warren Buffett has criticized the current tax code, feel free to contribute a voluntary check. I'm sure the IRS would accept it. So the problem is that when you increase the capital gains tax, I guess on the surface it sounds like you're getting at the rich fat cats and the wealthy and you're sticking it to them. But over half of Americans own stocks at the end of the day. And we are not all Buffett. A chief reason for why the economy is doing so well is because what the Trump administration put in place of deregulating the private sector and cutting taxes, as well as a vaccine. So reversing that is not a good idea right now when we're amidst a recovery.
So, Seth, what is the answer? I mean, you know, especially now after the pandemic, we've all been locked down when we've seen, Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, all these guys with tech companies raking it in here. Don't you want to stick it to them a little bit?
I mean, you certainly do, and Heather brings up a good point that, hey, we don't want these guys to get off. If you actually take, Musk, Buffett, and Bezos combined, they're paying a 3.4% combined tax rate, which makes everybody go, well, what's going on? But I will tell you, we focus a lot on the symptoms, not the root cause. The root cause is the tax code. You want to fix this problem, you fix the tax code. Increasing the income tax or the capital gains tax on these guys, not going to do anything because they have smarter people that understand that money is mobile. It moves around, and they'll work the system differently. Until we get to a point where we have real tax reform, getting into more of a flat tax type scenario or much less complex, we're never going to solve this. By the way, one more point, John. Happy birthday to Emerson, my 7-year-old. You turned 7 today, so I love you. Daddy loves you.
Hey.
Aww.
No complaints.
Happy birthday.
Seth, do we got any pictures? You're not going to, that's all you got? No pictures?
Oh, I got plenty of pictures. Trust me, I'm a proud daddy. I got plenty of pictures.
Okay, well, next time, send us a picture so we can get her on TV. And happy birthday, Emerson. That's great stuff. That's great stuff. All right, real quickly, though, Heather, do you agree with Seth, like a flat tax is kind of the way to go here?
Right, I do. And when you look at his daughter in the future incurring all of our debt, our federal debt now and deficits are being racked up by both parties, Republicans and Democrats actually. I hope, Seth, that your daughter will not have to pay for it because we're passing it on to the next generation. When you talk about the individual tax code, even blue states, which is what I think Seth was alluding to, like California, New York, and New Jersey, those congressmen and women will push back saying that I'm not going to support this unless you repeal limiting the SALT deduction because they know the wealthy will move.
Right.
Wealth can go wherever, like Florida, down here in Florida with you and I, John, or go to Texas where Seth is, and it will move. And the problem is, for example, New York, 5% of their residents pay over 60% of the taxes there. That's a big problem if you lose the wealthy in New York for New York State.
Which they are. That's right. No state income tax in Florida or Texas. Guys, great to see you again. Another great Money Huddle. Our thanks to Seth and Heather.
Thanks, John.
All right, that's going to do it.